Hi, folks. It's Matthew here again with the top 12 tips, okay, for the rest of the year and of course beyond. Um, Today is tip 8 out of 12, the third E in December, which is enrichment activities. I want to start off by just saying, of course, enrichment activities, they start with yourself. And then, of course, you can do things to, help yourself, but to enrich other people and certainly to help in the community. Community enrichment is also something that the rest of the world needs. A couple of activities, a list of activities that you could do to enrich yourself, others, and the community and the rest of the world as well. It all has a knock-on effect, or as we call it in coaching, the ripple effect. Um, are these anyway? Some top tips. So there's dancing, as I said on day one. Dancing often can really help. Dance by yourself, dance with other people. Join a dance group. Can really help. Obviously, going out and eating with others, trying to eat nourishing food though, and staying hydrated as well. Obviously, you can be having alcoholic drinks and things like that, but just to keep them to a minimum and keep them moderated, so that you can obviously stay healthy and stay nourished. Um, Visit places like the pantomime, concerts, festivals, things like that. That can also be enriching. It's a great experience, and it fills you with a great energy, or positive energy. Listening to music, okay, or live music even. If you are able to, if you're lucky enough to as well, play a musical instrument, that can also be enriching as well. Music to the ears is always very, very enriching for the soul. Reading any type of material, but of course, if it's personal development or growth material or something that gives you, knowledge or enrichment in that way, can really help or give you a sense of redirection potentially or something like that. Meditation is also very good from a spiritual standpoint. Helps you to focus in on your breath and be aware of your thoughts without judging them or trying to change them, of course. But that can be very enriching as well for the soul. Gardening, form of exercise as well, but can really really nice to connect to nature. Um, the nature and plants, stuff like that, can really bring us back to the center of ourselves and help us to regenerate, which will be tomorrow's tip. Okay, volunteering and philanthropy. If you volunteer, it can really help yourself. Gives you a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and meaning. But also it helps other people as well, in the local community, but also in the wider community as well. And that can be done virtually. It can be done. It can be done. In the local community, face to face. It can be done through church. There's many ways that can be done. Church is another way of doing it as well. Being around people that are of more of a spiritual nature like yourselves, if you are spiritual in that nature. But there's a certain energy that you can gain from going to church, and it can also help just help you to look within, but also help you realize that you're not alone, and that there are other people that share the same troubles as yourself. Then, of course, family time is certainly an enriching activity for yourself and for those closer to you. Um, those relationships are key, and spending time with your family, spending time with your children, is very enriching as an activity. Attending a spa retreat, and attending the gym can be, again, be really really good for mind, body and spirit. Keeping yourself physically active, keeping yourself strong, mentally and physically, of course, and somewhat emotionally to some extent. People can use it for a bunch of reasons, but certainly good for mental and physical health for sure. So that's another way of doing that. Or if you can't, if you're not very good at working out by yourself, maybe join some classes. HIIT classes are really good for you. Or if you're into it, maybe some what you call it, some aerobics in the swimming pool can really help as well. So that might be an enrichment activity that you can do regularly, 2 or 3 times a week to start off with, just to get yourself into some enrichment, if you will. As I said, focus on reevaluating any relationships. Spend time with the relationships that need time, whether it's healing them if they're not doing so well, or just reaching out to those people you've not spoken to in a long while. That can help as well. And certainly this day and age with the digital tools we have, there's no excuses. So just reevaluating that and maybe writing it down and doing a tick box exercise, making sure that you are keeping in touch with people that are important, really, really important, and sharing that love and that love and peace and the joy with each other. Watching sports can bring us some enrichment. Favourite sports team potentially, or a favourite sport. Playing sports can as well. If you are lucky enough to play sports, be part of a sports group, that can really help. And if you haven't already, certainly think about doing so. And then, of course, as I said to you before, personal development really helps to help you to think about how, with the different areas in your life that you do need to spend more time on to enrich yourself. Whether it's reading a personal development book or taking, signing up for a webinar, or collaborating with people like-minded, whatever it may be. Personal development, as always, has its place in enrichment, certainly for yourself. So a bunch of activities there that you can think about, and of course tomorrow I'll talk about regeneration, which brings kind of it all together as well. And then towards the end of the 12 tips, we'll talk about the end of 2023 and some key behaviours going into 2024 and beyond. But that's from me to you today. I hope you find it helpful. Really, my last message though is to, at this time of year, we have a tendency, certainly in the Northern Hemisphere, where certainly this time of year it gets a little bit darker sooner. The days feel shorter, it's colder. We all have a tendency to stay in bed longer, to rest, or to avoid the crazy hustle and bustle of life. Stay under the blanket, stay indoors, get yourself out, connect with others, and think about those enrichment activities that I've listed, and give it a good go. Write them down, give yourself some goals, some intentions, and make them work for you. All right, but that's from me to you today. Have a great week. Bye-bye.